I brought myself up in this world. When I was born, I wasn't wanted because I wasn't a boy. I had to get my own education the hard way. No school. So I've always been a survivor since. Now I put a lot of work into this property. I love this little place, and I appreciate everything them guys have done. This refrigerator used to be outside. I like it. I'm slowly getting it to look like a little house. ASP, I ain't never heard of them. But hey, I appreciate everything. They're the best guys in the world.
Appalachia Service Project is a 46-year-old service organization that is based upon volunteers coming to Central Appalachia and working on substandard homes for low-income families. Our latest figures are that over our 46-year history now that we've repaired over 16,000 homes in 5 different states, and that we've had well over 320,000 volunteers come to this area.
Yeah, that's Ronnie's place.
Usually on a given year we'll have about 4,000 applications. For example, this past year we worked on 700 homes, but yet we still have about 3,300 applications that we were not able to do anything with.
And then the old edition.
The reason that we are not able to take care of every application that we get is simply because we don't have enough volunteers. Even though we'll have over 17,000 volunteers this year, it would take over 85,000 volunteers to just service the applications we're currently getting. At ASP, we actually serve in 5 different states of Central Appalachia: Virginia, West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, and North Carolina. The Housing Assistance Council in Washington, D.C. says there are 5 chronically poverty-stricken areas in the United States, and Central Appalachia is one of those areas. And so we focused in this area because of the high unemployment rate that's in this area. The poverty rate's extremely high in this area as well, and the average median family income is very low compared to national averages. And so because of that, when people are struggling to make their budgets meet, usually the first thing they cut out is doing repairs on their homes. And eventually, though, that catches up with them, because if you have a leaky roof, sooner or later you're going to have a floor that's deteriorated, you're going to have a home that's wet, and then all of a sudden the repairs, instead of fixing a minor leak on a roof, you're having to replace floors, fix foundations, things like that. And so we see the substandard housing problem all over Central Appalachia.
This is our home repair application.
There are issues that come along with substandard housing. Some of those are health issues for children, and some of those are gender issues for things like sleeping. In some of the states in which we operate, we actually have to add bedrooms, because if 2 children of different genders are sharing the same bedroom, the state children's services will come and remove the children from the home. And in some of the homes are so bad, they're so wet, they're so full of mildew and mold and things like that, that Child Protective Services will come and remove the children from the home as well. And so if a home is not repaired, a family in Central Appalachia more often than not risks a chance of losing their children.
Today we baked cookies, something that was not possible 3 years ago because of my living situation. And something as simple as baking cookies, as it sounds, is a major accomplishment for this family. years ago, I lived in this house, which was this room, and 8 feet in that room. And I had no running water. We cooked in an electric skillet, no stove, so couldn't bake cookies. We started out as it was going to be temporary, just to have a roof over our heads for the winter. And then it became not so temporary. It became, well, we're going to live there. So we dug by hand and we hammered and nailed and cut everything with a chainsaw, nothing square. I hauled water for 21 years. 21 years. And for 10 years, I fought with the city trying to get running water. And no, they didn't want to tear up the pavement to put in one water line. It's rough, but when you're raised certain ways, you're taught to grin and bear it and be thankful for what you've got. But when it comes to the point that it's affecting your health, or it prevents you from having your family members, which it did. Someone knew that I had my grandchildren here and reported me to Child Protective Services. And of course my home was unfit because the roof leaked and, you know, no running water. So of course they said it was unsanitary. And it really wasn't. I mean, it was clean enough to live in. I wouldn't have eaten off the floor, no. The floor was just plywood. But when you tell someone they can't have their grandchildren in your home, that's heart-wrenching. That's you don't ever want to hear that. So when Appalachia Service Project came back and said, we'd like to build you a kitchen and a bathroom and put a new roof on your house, I just fell down and cried. There was nothing else I could do. I still want to cry because there isn't a day that goes by or a night that I don't wake up and thank God for Appalachia Service Project, because they made my life livable. They made my life enjoyable. I have a normal home like everyone else has.